Hello everybody, this is Jack and let me know if you see my screen. We're getting ready for another training. I see a lot of familiar faces. Aline, Leo, Pat, and even Terry is back. Terry, how are you? Time to get another beer. So today is about lead gen system. Lead gen system for local businesses. So 97% of consumer research local business online, making business records critical for visibility. So later on, you will learn why local businesses have a higher chance to rank higher in Google than a normal website. And I will show you stats that you will read without any paid advertising. So here's an example what I show you at the end of the live demo. How I get this is a screenshot I took today. 1546 views of the homepage from the business directory. And I paid zero for the traffic. Zero. I just did a couple of things what you will learn today. So here is the traffic per day. So I took the screens also today. And you see this traffic is, I see, I don't know, the 1st of July and 25th of June. I'm not sure which day that are, but some days are a little bit more than other days. But you see that it adds up over time. But how to get Google to pay attention to my little business directory, you're probably wondering. And that is what you will learn today to make it SEO friendly. I will review that today at the end of the training. For businesses with physical location and local directories are critical for attracting nearby customers. So it's relatively hard to rank a website and a business directory for every business in the United States. So you want to optimize it for a city, local intent, near me. And I will show you how to do that. So what's the number one dream of every digital marketing? And actually, I had a meeting today with my friend Edward, and I asked him to put some what is his ideas, what the business, what when we speak about business directory, and he said, and as first thing he said monthly payments because businesses like that they would need to list it online, they need to get found online, and they do provide a business directory with a special position, they will pay for it. And the beauty of all those systems, I call them SaaS system, software as a service system, is that you set them at once and you don't have much work every month. Maybe an hour, but even for the business directory, you have no work. But I can imagine if you do Google Ads management or even some website updates might take an hour per week, but most don't even cost you an hour per week. And I don't know if Gary is here, but Gary taught me once, and I remember that forever. He only wants to work 3 hours per day in the morning. And I like that. And actually, that needs to be the goal. So the goal needs to be that you earn monthly and pay, and only work a couple of hours. Actually, a couple of hours is fine, but we don't want to work so much on maintaining. We want to kind of prospect, and that is kind of we fail a little bit, correct? And I will show you how you a system that the prospecting get automated for you. So get paid monthly in the least amount of time. Yeah, that's the dream. Now, in the least amount of time, not really gets up for the business directory. You need to first have it ranked. So that part actually takes 3 months or so. But it's the dream, correct? If you do the AI call prospector, you get paid instantly. That is just a wow product, and Google, you and every business will be wow and happy to pay for those answering call agents. With digital marketing, with business directory, it takes a little bit more time to have it ranked in Google, but you will get there. It doesn't take a lot of effort, just a little bit more time than instantly. What you want is that someone does the setup for you. Yeah, actually also what you want, correct? That you don't have a lot of setup time, understanding how things work, Actually, you want a 3-step plan, fill us some information about the business. You select a template, and actually that's basically it. That is actually what you want, and that's what you will get. 80%, 88% of consumers trust online direct as much as personal recommendation, understanding their role in building trust. So, biz directories are trusted by new customers, potential customers. So introducing the new biz directory AI assistant. Actually, I should highlight, make red AI assistant, because that is kind of, if you follow me for the last couple of months, all my products get an AI element to it. Rapify, AI website setup, you work for any niche, call portal, AI agent, and business directory AI assistant that you deal with the setup. So you basically fill out 3 simple steps. Let me show you the steps. It is the basic information about the business. It's just the niche and the heading you can enter, the subheading, and the address for that business directory. And then you select the template. I think we have about templates amount, so more or less. Is it different than citations? Yes, citations is clicking. So if you have a specific business, what you want list, what your backlinks want for, if you have a business directory, now you have a business, and you want to get that rank, that business, one specific business, you do SEO for, you have do Google Business Profile for, and you get paid for SEO. You need a lot of backlinks. That is citation. You get 300 backlinks. The business directory, you upload 500 business, or 5,000 business even. And you're going to rank those 5,000 businesses. You're going to rank that business directory, one business directory. You're going with 5,000 listings, and you're going to have it ranked and get leads. And those leads will ask for pricing and contact the business. And you kind of a middleman between this directory and the business, and they, of course, they want to leads info. They want to get a prominent listing. So after that, your step number 3, you enter where you want the lead from. Let's say you want to lead from USA, but you have other countries. You can select the state, you select the city, and you select the niche. And now, once you have selected those, let's say roofers in Boca Raton, you get those businesses uploaded in your business directory, all automated with help of AI. So now you get a business directory with 5,000 other. There are not 5,000 roofers in Boca Raton, but with a lot of roofers in Boca Raton. So simple, correct? You give the business directory a name, select the template. You can click on template review, which template you like, and you select which leads you want in your business directory. That is the basic. That is 90% of the work. And it's almost nothing. So enter yes or no, you can do that. So you define the business directory it is about, select the templates which you like. There are about 14 or so. We'll check in a moment. And you select the leads, the business listings where you want for. Let's say roofers in Boca Raton, but can also be plumbers and any state, any city. So that is simple, and that is how it meant to be. And then it takes about an hour to collect all the leads. So in the back end, we're going to collect those leads and upload that in the business directory. And who can do that? Yeah, basically everyone, correct? It's just an interface where you enter options and select options. So that's pretty easy, and that's how it meant to be. Now comes the crucial part to understand why a business directory is so powerful for ranking. Business directories provide a backlink to a company's website. And these backlinks are highly valuable for SEO purposes, helping to improve the company's ranking on search engines. So it helps the company on search engine, but that is the clue. It also helps the business directory, because now that website link is also a backlink for the business directory, and that is why business directories rank so high. in Google. They got a lot of links. So important benefits of business directories is a lot of exposure. Business directory offer business increased exposure to potential customers. A listing on business directory can greatly expand the company reach beyond its existing marketing efforts, providing a new avenue to attract customers. So there's still 85% of all the consumers are still on Google search. And if they're looking for a service, they enter roofer or whatever niche they look for, and you need to be present, preferably on the first page of Google. You can use paid advertising, and that is good, but it's not so attractive as free, correct? Free between quotes, because it is never free, but much more affordable. Because business will on your business directory is not free. You get that traffic for free, but he also pays you for that listing. But compared to Google Ads, it's much more affordable. Google Ads is becoming very expensive. And we just show a stat. Customers trust business directories includes reviews and ratings for the listed business. So what we do is we fetch the Google Business Profile reviews into the business directory. So let's say the business has 5 or 10 reviews. We import them in the business directory. And now all of a sudden, you don't only get 5,000 business listings, you get also those reviews with it from Google Business Profile. So instantly, you have a nice business directory, a template to your line, 5,000 business listings, including reviews. And of course, every visitor, website visitor, can leave a review. But it is not empty. It is kind of established. And that makes it all of this cost effective. Listing a business right on the directory is usually less expensive than other advertising methods. For small business, can be a cost-effective way to increase visibility. Yeah, it is one of the digital marketing efforts. Of course, they want a nice website. Of course, they want to get ranked or high on Google Business Profile. Of course, they want citation links like the citation portal we have. But they also want to get found in other places like the business directories. We have a live business directory sites and we can look at them, get an idea. Yes. I will show you at the end, Christopher. Yes, I will show you live one. All the screenshots I took from visitors, they are from live. That's not a faked or whatever. I just took them an hour ago. Today, not an hour ago, today. So local visibility. Many business directories allow users to search for business in a specific geographical area for business that rely on local customers. This can be an invaluable feature. So this comes back to the question, where do you want to create a business directory for? And you have a couple of options. You can do for local, a city, for a few niches, or you have a preference for a certain niche and you do it over the one state, or you can do it for all states. So if you have a niche what is relative, then I would do it for all states, or at least for a state. If you have a niche like plumber, roof, or AC repair, I would do it local. Otherwise, it is hard to get ranked. Does that make sense? So it's also your preference. Maybe you have some background in a certain nature. You heard about a certain nature what is relative rare. I would do a bigger. I would choose. I would set up that business directory for that niche, but for the whole states. Type of business directories. Christoph says, so we could do luxury pet goods for and service. Yes, you could. And then you do all the pet stores. Type of business directories. You could, I don't know, just into it, but you could do breeders, dog breeders, or if you dog breeders, or if you really are in a certain dog brand like Golden Retriever or whatever, then you could do it even for that. Very specific. How more specific you make, how chance that you will rank. Do you include competing companies like Rovers or in all semi-local directory? Yes, you can say Rovers in Bogaton, and in principle, it will upload all the Rovers in that city. Of course, you can delete them. If probably will do is contact those Rovers, and some rovers just want to win the competition. They want to list on page number one. They want to list on top of the listing. They want to list on the promotion tab. And here we go. You get paid. And this worked for high search niches like plumbers, but it also really worked for medical niches and lawyers. They all want the list on the top. So general business directories, these directories list business across a broad range of industries and locations. So they're used for customers looking for a variety of business and offer a wide exposure for business. So that's kind of if you do it for a certain area and you do 5 or 10 niches. The niche specific business direct specific, this is the word is specific industry or sector. They can be extremely valuable for business within that niche for customers looking for specific types of business, like pet stores. And I think pet store maybe you do per state, but let's say you want to go for after a certain brand, then you can go for the whole United States. Does that make sense? How more specific you go, how wider the area can be, and likely how more specific you go, likely the chance for ranking is higher. And maybe you don't get so many views because it's not searched as roofers, but those are really good views and high intent views, and they contact the breeder or the pet store. For instance, my focus on sectors like healthcare, law, or home services. And then you have location-specific business, the business-specific geographic area like Boca Raton. And that is kind of how most businesses are set up, but you can also do niche-specific. So, but the really question you probably have is, how can I make money with it? And actually, my friend Edward started with that. Him, write down things what comes to your head when you think of business directly. And the first sentence is write a monthly payment. So let's tackle that down. So of course you want to have listing verified. You want to contact those roofers and make sure the listing is correct. And once they are logged in, then you want to upsell them to a paid listing. That's basically the method number one. So all the info of the business, like phone number and website, business directory, website visitor can contact them. But you also have premium listings. And premium listing is what a lot of business likes. They want to be on the top of the competitors. And especially medical natures, roofers, lawyers, plumbers. But I bet pet stores also, and I bet breeders also. They make a lot of money. I'm not sure if you guys ever go to a pet store, but everything is $20 or more, and they probably buy it for $1 in China. So a lot of margin is there, and they really want to get found. You can offer business the option to pay for premium listing. A premium listing can have several advantages such as being displayed at the top of search results, having a highlight listing, or being able to add more information to their profile. So you let them log in and update the info. And you have advertisements. This is one of the most common methods to monetize your business directly. Show the business listing prominent on the homepage and on the promotion tab. And they get by far the most traffic. And they know that. And they win from the competitors. And it also shows good for them that they win from the competitor. And then we have the fourth method, lead generation. Collecting user information and selling leads to business. For instance, express in a specific business or type of business. And I will show you how it works. And then for the lovers, we also have Google AdSense. Who's familiar with Google AdSense? So what you basically do, you create a Google AdSense account. It's just approval, nothing special, but you have to go through the steps. And then you get a script, and then you load that script to the Google Business profile, to the business directory, and then Google shows advertisement based on the website visitor and on your business directory. And you get paid. You can get paid by views and paid by click. And that's another method. That's actually an easy method to cover the cost. So only Google AdSense will cover the cost of business directory. And all what you do extra is big dollars. Google AdSense is a popular tool for making money from business directory websites. Here's how you can do it. Sign up for a Google Ads account. First, you need to create a Google Ads account. Google will review your application and your website. And we have done that, so it is just a process. And then you integrate it with the website. Google provides you with a code that you insert in your web code. This allows Google to display ads on your site. And then you get paid per month based on how many visitors saw that ad. And you're probably wondering, and we already touched base on it, which niches are most profitable to create the business directly for. And I kind of love the idea today about pets and breeders. I kind of actually. They thousands of dollars per puppy, huh? And they have an puppies need to sell 8 or 10 or so at once. There's not a one size fits all answer to this question because the profitability of a niche for a business director can vary depending on several factors such as the region, demand, and the competition. Yeah. However, a few industries that tend to be profitable due to their high demand and the willingness is also important of business in those industries to pay for exposure. Here are some examples. Okay, real directly focused on real estate could be highly profitable. And actually, I will come back on this real estate in a month or so. I have something in the work for real estate. So enter yes if you were thinking of real estate. I have something for you. It's coming. Really nice. Healthcare. Directly for healthcare providers can be profitable due to the high demand for those services. This could include doctors, therapists, hospital, or specialized clinics. Yeah, healthcare. Very well. High margin, and they want to be listed on the top. Legal service, same thing. Directly for lawyers, law firms, and legal consultants can also be lucrative niche. Yeah, lawyers, they also want to be listed on the top and pay for advertising. Healthcare, home services. And directly for home service providers such as plumbers, electricians, landscape, and cleaning service can be profitable, especially in large urban areas. Wedding services, we have talked about that. A directly list service providers related to weddings. High margin. Education tutorial. Directly for education institute tutoring service, online course providers can also be quite profitable. Travel and hospitality. Directly to hotels, be it travel agency, tour operators, and local attractions can be profitable, especially in tourist heavy areas. So, what are businesses at average willing to pay for a directory listing? Yeah, that is the next question. So, verified listing, the amount a business is willing to pay for a directory listing can vary widely based on several factors such as the reputation and popularity of the directory. So, you need to show, remember this? We introduced something to show how many visitors that website got. If a directory is well known and has a large number of users, business may be willing to pay more for a listing. The industry, yeah, of course, industry may be willing to pay more for a directory than others. Legal, medical, real estate, they pay more than a flower shop. Terja, so you like niche directories as opposite for all companies in a local market? I like niche directories actually, more specific niche. But the challenge is, Terry, to come up with ID for it. I just had Pat. I just saw Christopher called Pat, and I breathe. I just come up with ID, but it's not so easy to come up with those IDs. So you have to think a little bit harder on it. Yeah, but now they work. The geographic location, business in large metropolitan areas or high income areas might be willing to pay more for a direct listing than business in smaller or lower income areas. Yeah, that all makes sense. The competition, of course, that said, based on these factors, business might be willing to pay anywhere from a few dollars per month to several $100s per month for a direct listing. So it's a wide range. But I would not do less than $97 per month. For instance, on a well-established platform like Yelp, they pay $100 or $5 per month. So let's discuss new features for the new business directory. We already went over the AI setup, but I really love. I hardly see somebody struggling nowadays anymore to do the setup. Of course, we have live demo with Ashika. We have all training, but the interface is really nice and intuitive. But you can always link with Ashika on Teams, and ask for a demo. Artificial intelligence, those three-step plan. It's very simple. We have AI blog posts, and I will show you because together with those backlinks, the blog post which you can make local intent, that you do company name with a keyword that will get ranked high. You guys get it? So you guys wondering, Jack, how can I get a lot of eyes on my website, on my business directory? How can I get free traffic? So one is the setup from the business directory is per definition something what Google likes, a website what has a lot of links. And the second is you create blog posts with content keyword. So prompts and really backlinks from business and blog posts with targeted local keywords. And I will do that. Rizzo indeed said that's a hot feature. Yes, it is. And then we have coupon code text match. So if you have for those paid listings, promoted listing, you can enable that the website visitor can have the coupon text to them, and then they go to the local biz to claim the coupon. So that's also a feature that's new. You can import business listing from Google directly. So let's say from those rare niches, you probably want them from Google all the correct information, and you need only a few. You don't need 10,000. You just need them from every city, and maybe there are only a few per city. So it takes a little time if you do that for a specific niche, but you get all the latest information from Google. And we show Google reviews. I said it in the beginning when you set up a business directory. It fetch those listings, reviews from those business directory listings from Google Business Profile. And then all of a sudden, instantly, that business profile looks very dressed up. You can customize the homepage banner to your like. You can have full image or video support. You just enter the YouTube link for the videos. We included image library, so most images can get from the library. You can always create, and add free leads features. Within this feature, you can create a list of free leads for your directory. So we have a 31 million business directory database, and if you can also, if you do the most common niches like roofer, plumbers, all those things, all those niches that are most common, they are in the database. And you can also add it from the front end. So you can enter by yourself, or you can, all those website visitors, business can enter their business by them. So 70% of consumers have purchased from a business like they found online directory search. That's a lot. For years, you have been offered services like website design, Google Business Profile Optimization, and SEO. But what business owners really need is leads. So not ranking or I visitors, but what they really need is leads. So what we created is hot leads, serious prospects ready to pay for your product or service right now. I call it the hot lead system, what we created. It starts with request a quote. So first you create the business directory, then you do SEO post. So you target certain niches in a local area, and then you get all those website visitors, and now they request a quote. And now you can send those requested quote or contact information to those related businesses. And everything, you get an email and a text system, and all you need is a website listing, multiple business in your niche, optimize your rank high in search results, and track this value free leads. So free in the sense of you created a business directory, you created blog posts with AI, and then that Google gives some time, probably takes 3 months to get a decent amount of traffic, and then those will click on request quote, and then the process start that those businesses get leads, hot leads. And here's an example for how many visitors I did with very, very little effort. That is very realistic. I bet you can do much better because I don't have too many blog posts. You can do much better. Think of a magical hot lead system. Once you see how it works, it will transform your business. So how does the lead system work? Step and create a business directory for a niche or city in the state. Google will crawl the business directory rank since each business has many links. Here's an example, how many visitors you get. And website visitors want price and clicks on request a quote. Quote, you have the listing, and I click on the blue button. I will show you live how it works. Nice window appears, ask for the name, phone, and notes. Here's the interface. When I click on it, after the confirmation, they can leave notes, and I click on send request. And that request goes to the prospected business, the related business. And if they have a paid listing, they get the full name and full phone number. If they haven't paid for you, they get somebody is interested in your business, in your service. Contact me if you want to have the full detail. And that is the whole system. If you have a lead name with a phone number, it gets sent to the prospective business. Prospective business will contact you for the lead name, phone number to sell the product or service. You will share that info after sign up for your business directory plan. Now they want, of course, they want the full information, and you say you can get it. Here can you sign up, and you get those all the time when you have an account. So the lead win because they quote the positive business win because they get a lead, and you win because you get a paid client. And that is the dream of every local market. That you get an automated system to you set it up once, you get paid more, and the lead system is automated. So here's the interface, the back end, and it is the front end. Back to home, and here it will show for a couple of seconds how many leads we got the past day. So that is all automated. So let me refresh it. So this is all automated. So now it is live and visible how many. This is a business directory, is an active business directory. And then let me go to blogs, and then you see those blog posts here what you can create. Here's without image, and it is with image, and you can upload your own image. So let me create an SEO post. So what I do is go back to home, and let's go to roofers, and let's create a blog post for Viking roofing. Okay, blog post because I want them to rank high. I go to blog post. Okay, Viking roofing. Where are they from? City. So now I have the next name with the city. So this is local intent, and then those are for roofer. Upload an image. Let's see. I think no, this is not. Yeah, this is an image what I created for this blog post like the roofer, and I click on generate AI blog post. And now relax. Takes about a minute to write a blog post related to Viking roofing. Okay, doesn't take a minute. And then you submit it. Submit it. Where is it? Viking rover, view. Here it is. So we just created this blog post. That's 0 views. It is new with highly optimized keywords. We just created it. And you do this for your paid clients or the clients you really want to go after. Makes sense? So when you go to blogs, we just created this. Is that not hallelujah? It takes less than a minute. That is how easy it is. So let me show me the back end. Let's go back. So this is the dashboard. Here, the website traffic, the niches we have defined. Here's the AI assistant, those 3 steps. You only need to do it once or so, or a couple of times. I go through those 3 steps. I don't need to do that. You can do that. Then all those listing, categories, clients management, marketing, all the front end settings, the blog post support. You can even when you click on meeting, you can have a meeting with Ashika for a live demo and your account. So how many bits can we add to it? Yeah, I would add 5,000, but actually you can also do 15,000. So it's not really this, has a limit, but is probably not limited. Is the post inside the business directory? Yeah, but it is blogs, read the same domain name, and then as your link. So setup is easy. It goes is it I wouldn't say automatic, it is semi-automatic. So you do upload the business and you create a couple of blog posts where you want to rank for, and then wait 3 months, and then the system will kick in. You can add a chatbot or call. Actually, your call agent is just a phone number. It's not a script. So if you want to have contact you, you just list your phone number on it. I don't have that. Let's see, contact us. You can have, here it is. Here, our phone, you can have your AI call agent phone. No, I mean, it's listing. Yeah, you can. Business, plumber, you can have another phone number. So, or have the same phone number, but that is a little bit confusing, I think. So I would create for every different business a phone number. So what do you guys think? Guess that's great. Good. You wouldn't use the company actual phone number. Now, if you want to have answer the AI agent, then you have to have a phone tracking number. Don said, love it, Jack. Guess said, need 10 of them. Yeah. So I know a lot of digest. If I didn't answer your question, feel free to send me an email, support@jackhopman.com, and I will run a weekly promotion as well. So thank you so much for all your interaction and question, and see you on the next training, same day, time. Thank you so much.